Yeah. Glitch the guarantee. E&E. With your boy shit. Glitch nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gold. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck, so up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, and fill cups of Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through transparency. Heard they self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let's go. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick, Corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business. Starter feed, street blues, what I taught. Royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind. Knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines. It was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turning to frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little they gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Get her ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the BBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's
tickets.
go, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Yeah. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Sales Social Engineering. We about to get to it. Dweebs, Dorks, Geeks, Nerds, man.
Glitch.
That's what we allow them to run us in our society. Dweebs, Dorks, Geeks, Nerds. That's the walk with it, man. Smash that like button.
Put your boy shit.
We here.
Glitch.
You understand me?
We cool, nigga. This is the
Boogie Major.
We on the rise now. Middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling hay, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listening the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Ball looking for the fall-in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit. Killing in vain is vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves in these planted trees. Okay. Don't break the code, that's family. Okay. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow was classic, antique. Yeah. Freaking the beat is it Japanese. Yeah. Ever our cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers be Guapanese. Okay. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Sick. Passing my sons, that's a legacy. Sick. Study the gang, how they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher with shit. Any clip where we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, these rappers out of my element.
We on the rise now. Middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling hay, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listening to top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Ball looking for the fall-in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga. Perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. It's a guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers. You know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off for 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money. Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom to try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk, let me lock in, show these niggas what I do. Axe brain, I'll be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever, other 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Butcher boyed up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This to guarantee you, nigga, this is what I do.
Yeah. What up? It's your brother, Virgin Bear, aka Stacks with the Facts. You understand me, man? And we here tonight, Jack. Now, I've been meaning to do this show for quite some time, man. You know what I'm saying? But what better time than now? You know? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, sharing social engineering, man. Listen, what's good with y'all? How y'all doing? It's a beautiful Monday evening in my city of Columbus, Ohio. Muggy and warm outside. Feeling very sticky. But on the inside, it's cooler than a polar bear's toenails. You understand me, man? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Dweebs, dorks, geeks, and nerds. The rise of the technocrats. How many of y'all are familiar with the term technocrat or technocracy? How many of y'all familiar with that term, right? When I think of the technocracy, these are the 4 names that pop in my head instantaneously. And it ain't just them. They're just some of the most popular and public ones. Right? You got Musk, Bezos, who recently stepped down from taking over from controlling operations at Amazon. We got Zuckerberg, and of course we got Gates, right? These four guys right here represent the technocracy, right? As far as being the four major ones that we know about publicly anyway. We got Musk over here with Tesla, Neuralink, SpaceX. And what else Musk got? He got the internet, ISP. What's the name of it? Starlink. We got Musk over here with Tesla, Neuralink, Starlink, and SpaceX. Right? Then we got your boy Bezos over here with Amazon. Then we got your homie Zuckerberg, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and now Oculus. And of course, we got over here at Microsoft, we got Gates, right? These four guys right here form the I would say trifecta, but it's more than it's not three of them. These guys are forming basically the consortium, man. This is basically a consortium. You know, you got Musk over here who has Starlink, which is an internet service provider. And through his human brain computer interfacing company, Neuralink, he's going to use his Starlink internet service provider, right, to connect you to that. He's going to have Neuralink, which is also going to be in the same network with his Tesla bots and Tesla vehicles. Not to mention, you're going to be doing space travel, controlling avatars via Neuralink with SpaceX. If y'all remember, a couple years ago, Elon Musk had a launch into space called Falcon Heavy, right? Where he put one of his Tesla vehicles in outer space with an astronaut sitting in it on the damn rocket ship, right? So when we're talking about these four guys, dweebs, dorks, geeks, and nerds, rise of the technocrats. Now, some people who, and I dare say that these people, with the exception of Musk and well, everybody except Zuckerberg, man. Zuckerberg, we call him the T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Zuckerberg clearly isn't running things over there at Facebook. He's just the face of the company. But Bezos, Musk, Gates, they're running stuff at their companies. Some other people who aren't really talked about or discussed when we're talking about the rise of the technocracy, right, is these people right here. This is Sergey Brin. Sergey Brin is a co-founder and owner of Google, YouTube, this guy, Sergey Brin. How many of y'all know about what y'all know about Sergey Brin? Sergey Brin, co-owner and founder of Google, right? Then we got the other guy over here at Google, right? We got the other guy over here at Google, Larry Page. Oh, goofy looking ass boy, yeah. And also at Google, right, we have Susan Wojcicki. We got Susan Wojcicki, man, over here, who's presiding over YouTube. So if y'all want to know why we get so heavily censored on YouTube, it's because of this chick right here, right? And we got plenty other technocrats too. We're gonna get some more of these guys on Wednesday, right? But right, we're gonna start it off like this. We're gonna start off with Elon, right? Or Elion, as my sister and Shalom girl refers to him, right? Trump say what? See, this is what I be telling y'all about Trump, all y'all Trump supporters out there, right? You support whoever you want. But like I've been telling y'all, Trump is funded and in collusion with Elon Musk. Trump says that Elon Musk may prove to be too busy to actually be a part of the presidential cabinet, but he can be a consultant, right? So I keep telling y'all, man, y'all vote for Trump. He's going to bring in the smart grid. He's going to bring in all of the stuff, guys who fund him, Elon Musk, Sheldon Adelson in his estate, now that he's gone, right? Right? Man, I keep telling y'all, man, Trump is being endorsed by Musk.
Battleground state of Pennsylvania today. He focused on economic policy and attacked Kamala Harris's economic plan that she revealed last Friday.
Our plan will massively cut taxes, unlock American energy, slash regulations, and bring back those beautiful words, made in the USA. We don't need lectures on the economy from a candidate pushing communist price controls. Kamala has no idea what the hell she's doing.
After the event, Trump said if he is elected, he would tap Tesla CEO Elon Musk for a cabinet position or advisory role, quote, if Musk would do it.
Right. Right.
Elon Musk now says he's ready to join a second Trump administration. Musk proposed a committee to cut government spending during his sit-down conversation with Trump on X.
I think we need like a government efficiency commission to say like, hey, where are we spending money that's sensible? Where is it not sensible? Right. And just ensures that the taxpayer money, the taxpayers' hard-earned money is spent in a good way. And I'd be happy to help out on such a commission.
I'd love it.
Well, Musk took it another step further yesterday, posting this humorous picture with the caption, "I am willing to serve." Kaylee.
love this. I know this is going to make Robert Wolf probably shudder, Robert, but I need some private sector energy in the administration. Elon Musk, I love, a guy of SpaceX, private space exploration. But let me add to that, Robert, and you probably won't like this. Vivek Ramaswamy, too. Let's bring him in to clear the deep state. Private sector energy, all for it.
Robert, since you got your name called twice.
Well, as you know, I'm all for the private sector going more into the administration. That being said, it's not so easy. Elon Musk did it once, the first time around with President Trump, and it did not last too long. He left that committee quite quickly, as you know. And so, listen, I think a lot of private sector are enamored with going in until they realize that they have this forensic done on their life each and every day. And a lot of the people in Congress don't like the private sector. So it will be interesting whether this is fact or fiction.
Molly.
Yeah, I think that this election kind of comes down to people, a choice between, do you like the way the country has been going, with the exception of those 4 years of the Trump administration and with the government bureaucrats who are running everything? Or do you think they're bat guano insane and you want a major change? And so having that outside energy, I think, and having people have a role in cleaning up this mess that we have in D.C., that'll be what the election comes down to.
Well, isn't that basically why Donald Trump got elected in the first place, Emily? I mean, he was outside the gates of the politics and all the rest. He was in that private sector.
Yes, what Robert Wolf articulated is exactly why we need the breath of fresh air that is the private sector. Take it from me, as a federal attorney, I saw that waste, fraud, and abuse, that every day our tax dollars are being just wasted, and there's no one worse to audit than someone already in the government. Amazing people like Adam Andrzejewski, his legacy of open the books, pulling sunlight onto the government. Yes, Elon Musk, bring it on all the way, but don't put him on the payroll, because that's the surefire way to turn him swampy. Hey, everyone, I'm Emily Campagno.
Elon don't need to be on the payroll. He's the richest man on earth. He would be acting in advisory capacity at best. That's why. But if he is a part of the cabinet, he actually will be an employee of the American government. So, you know, and this is why I tell y'all I don't trust Elon Musk. This is why I don't trust Trump. A lot of people think I'll be making this stuff up when I say this stuff. Like, bruh, all you got to do is do your due diligence. Musk supports Trump. The whole reason why Musk bought Twitter is so he could reinstate Trump's page with the potential hopes of being a part of his presidential candidacy or cabinet when he runs for president, and he's definitely going to win. I'm telling y'all right now, Trump is definitely going to be the next president again. Because Trump is going to be the president that brings the smart grid in. I keep telling y'all that. And y'all, a lot of people be giving me flack for that. But I was like, listen, Elon Musk is one of Trump's main supporters. Huh? He helped fund his first campaign and got him in there. You know? And as y'all just see with that video, like, listen, Musk supports and endorses Trump. Elon Musk is a technocrat. Elon Musk owns Starlink, Neuralink, SpaceX, Tesla. What type of cars does Tesla make? And what did Trump say? All right. Hold on. Let me just remind y'all what Trump says. Right? All right. This is a conflict of interest on Trump's part. Right?
On day one, I will terminate Crooked Joe's ridiculous electric vehicle mandate. They're very expensive and they can all be made in China. They don't work in the cold and they don't go far. Other than that, I think they're wonderful. Let's drive down, get some potatoes from Idaho. Well, sir, that'll be about 6 stops. If you want to drive down to the store to buy clothing, or if you want to do something locally, it's fine. But these cars don't go very far. And they're very expensive. And what we're going to do is you're going to have an electric vehicle if you want it. And it's good for short trips, like to the candy store and back. And if you want to buy electric, you can buy electric, but you'll also buy combustion engines, gasoline. I'm not against the electric cars, but if you want a hybrid, you can have it. And if you want, but you can have a lot of choice. And that's the way it has to be. United Auto Workers, what they've done to their people is horrible. They want to do this all electric nonsense. China now is building a couple of massive plants where they're going to build the cars in Mexico and they think that they're going to sell those cars into the United States with no tax at the border. We're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath. And by the way, I'm a big fan of electric cars, and you know, it'll be a certain group of people, they're going to want them where they travel short distances. I'm fine with it. What do you think of an electric car?
See, Trump is a double talking ass dude, man.
Well, I like Elon, but you know, the car, you know, and there's a place for electric cars, but you have to have other choices too. I love Elon Musk. Do we love him? I love him. And I'm constantly talking about electric cars, but I don't mean I'm against, I'm totally for them, but whatever the market says. And if it's 10% of the market, 12%, 7%, 20%, whatever it is, they cost too much. They're all made in China. Other than that, they're fantastic. And I'm for electric cars. I have to be, you know, because Elon endorsed me very strongly, Elon. So I have no choice. But he knows I am for him. I'm for him for a small slice is a slice. Everybody's going to be forced to buy an electric car, which they're not going to do because they don't want that. It's got a great market. It's got a market. It's really a sub-market. But they...
Man, and this is why I be saying about Trump, y'all, man. You feel me? It's a complete conflict of interest, man. Right? You can't sit up here on one note say, we get electric cars. They don't go far. Oh, you know, look at motherfucker. You can't be like that and have that sentiment, but at the same time, you're endorsing, being endorsed by, advocating, promoting, and saying that you love the man who creates electric vehicles, soon to be autonomous vehicles. That's a complete conflict of interest right there. And this is why I say I don't trust Elon Musk, and this is why I definitely don't trust Donald Trump. Yes, of course, his policies, for the most part, starting out, benefit us. But, I mean, this is for a period of time. But eventually, that's going to run out. Eventually, the people who endorse him, fund him, are going to want to see their campaign dollars being put into action as him being the president again. You can't sit up here and tell me that you want Elon Musk to be a part of your presidential cabinet. You love him, but you got something against electric cars, or do you? I mean, do you like electric car? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Trump is a double talking guy. This is why I call him Donald Two Trumps Trump, because it's two different Trumps. So, you know, you got the MAGA Trump, and then you got the businessman Trump. And you heard what he just said. He said, as long as it's good business, we can do the electric cars, but, you know, I don't like, they don't go far. And look at him talking with his hands and shit. I fuck with Trump, though. There ain't no lying in Trump. Exactly. Exactly, OG. My point exactly. Complete and total conflict of interest, which is why I say Trump, he wouldn't get my vote. If I was voting, I wouldn't vote for neither. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. If I was voting, which I'm not, And I don't want to hear anything about it. Just like y'all got a right to vote, I got a right to not vote. And if I got to pick between Trump and Harris, I ain't voting. I'm not picking between the evil of two lessers. Not the lesser of two evils, the evil of two lessers. I'm not picking. Y'all have at it. I'm still gonna make it do what it do regardless, Jack. You dig? I'm gonna make it do what it do regardless, Jack. You know? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Right? So let's get back. I just wanted to show y'all that real quick to show you the contradiction in old double talking ass Donald Trump. He one of the most double talking thing in my life. Right? But I will say this though, from a business aspect, he's way more qualified to be the president than Kamala Harris is. She has absolutely no experience in business, zero experience in dealing, even as she's been the vice president and the senator and the attorney general. She has little to no experience in dealing with foreign with foreign heads of state. You know, she's horrible. I mean, she's just terrible as a politician. Her track record, her career is terrible. Not presidential material at all. She absolutely is not qualified to be the president in any form or fashion. Right? Right? Somebody trying to spend all that time, man. And they said he worked 120 hours a week. What is short side?
And you know what you tell them? Say it's three types of people.
All these videos is long as hell. Pause.
Elon Musk is the richest man in the world.
Yeah. I didn't realize he had all them companies.
Elon Musk is the richest man in the world, making nearly $1,000 every second. But how did his various companies make him so rich, and what do they even do? SpaceX was founded by Elon Musk back in 2002 as a pioneer in private space exploration and transportation. Ever since he was young, Elon dreamed of colonizing planets like Mars.
Now, listen to this again, y'all.
And transportation. As a pioneer in private space exploration and transportation.
Space exploration and transportation. I know that's where she messed up at. Further disqualifying her from being able to be the president. She ain't got no type of rapport or relationship with any of the heads of state with whom America is allies with. Oh, gee, stupid. Right? So, remember when I told y'all about this organization right here? Trump was the president that created and established the Space Force. Y'all remember when I did a show about a year ago? Yeah, Elon been around for a long time, man. Behind the scenes. Oh, do you remember about a year or so ago I did a show? And I was talking to y'all about this organization right here. The ICC. Remember when I did a show about a year ago? And it was concerning the ICC, the Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate. Solar Warden, Solar Warden, Earth Shield, Earth Defense. This is all part of the SDI initiative that Reagan started. He even dubbed it the Star Wars program. This is why they're showing us TV shows like Altered Carbon. Right? Now, how many of y'all, you remember that show? The Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate. They are sanctioned by Congress. Right? And so when you hear that Elon Musk, through his company SpaceX, they specialize in space exploration and space transportation. What are they transporting to and from and within outer space? One of these days, I'm gonna do a show on the Fortune 100 companies on planet Earth that are all part of this interplanetary corporate conglomerate. Basically Star Trek, right? I'm telling y'all what's going on, man. I keep trying to tell y'all what's going on here, man. This stuff that's going on is so far beyond what us humans is willing to accept as being actuality at this point in time. It's crazy. Right? Let's go. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Now, when you look at the uniforms of people in the armed forces, the military, who are members of the Space Force, this is one of the emblems on their uniform. There's a reason why Trump was the president that basically established the Space Force. Y'all got to be able to peep the play, man. Y'all have to be able to peep the play. What's going on here, right? Let's go back to Elon. Pause.
Elon Musk is the richest man in the world, making nearly $1,000 every second. But how did his various companies make him so rich, and what do they even do? SpaceX was founded by Elon Musk back in 2002 as a pioneer in private space exploration and transportation. Ever since he was young, Elon dreamed of colonizing planets like Mars in order to expand human civilization. And after spending hundreds of millions to get it off the ground, he managed to make it a sustainable business worth billions. Thanks to being able to launch satellites, cargo, and more, SpaceX has been able to obtain high-paying government contracts while also creating their very own global Wi-Fi network called Starlink, which alone has generated over $1.4 billion in revenue.
Right. In order to achieve OG, you remember when I had my show called Full Spectrum Dominance? In that episode is when I was explaining and breaking down what the ICC is, what they do, how they're sanctioned by Congress and global governments, and what they actually represent. The Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate is a think tank organization made up of the top Fortune 100 companies on Earth. And what they do at the ICC is the regulatory board. Basically, it's the Star Trek Federation. That's basically what the ICC is. And they regulate interaction, commerce, business, transactions, movement between Earth and other species from other planets and galaxies. Star Trek is real, y'all. We've been desensitized and preemptively programmed with Star Trek and goddamn it, what's the other one I'm thinking of here? Star Wars, but Star Trek representing the ICC, right? When you think of the Universal Federation, the Starfleet Federation of Star Trek, the TV show, there's an actual organization called the ICC, the Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate, where they do business with, trade, commerce, entities from other galaxies, not only that, but entities from other realities, dimensions, which is why they got that thing they got out there in Switzerland in CERN, literally creating portals. We got them all over our planet. I done told y'all about the ley lines, the dragon lines, what we call lines of latitude and longitude. When they intersect on the various grid system of our planet, that is where vortexes or portals are formed, and these entities from other realities, other worlds. Remember I did the show on Otherworld? Can interact, engage, and even travel to this reality. I know what I said sounds crazy. Yeah, this definitely a lie, OG. It's definitely a lie. If y'all remember the TV show back in the day, right? Maybe I'll do a show on this one of these days. Y'all know who Gene Roddenberry was, man? Right? Right. The original Star Trek launched in the 60s. At the same time that they launched this show, this TV show called Star Trek was a government operation through the CIA, because the CIA controls all the media in America specifically and especially. They created the TV show Star Trek. And the reason why they did this is to preemptively program, desensitize us. Now, this is like 40-something years later. It's like 60 years later. Yeah, and Gene really was there, OG. Gene Roddenberry. Y'all better do some research on who Gene Roddenberry was and who he's connected to. Gene Roddenberry was a member of what organization do y'all think that Gene Roddenberry was a member of? Right. Gene Roddenberry was real close homeboys with L. Ron Hubbard from Dianetics fame, right? Also, L. Ron Hubbard, y'all know that name, right? So this is the tutelage from up under where Gene Roddenberry came from. People like L. Ron Hubbard, Aleister Crowley. You feel me? This guy, Gene Roddenberry, created Star Trek, right? And at the same time, he was writing, the ICC, the Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate, aka Starfleet Federation from Star Trek. To boldly go where no man has gone before. Get out of here. They've been doing, listen, y'all, they've been doing business with these entities from other planets, galaxies, universes, dimensions since the 20s. On record. This is why they're putting all these clamps on FOIA applications. Because the secret, top secret files are in the Library of Congress. Right? And this is why I keep telling y'all about the memory hole. So Zuckerberg's involved, y'all, man. When you're thinking about the ICC, think about this TV show, Star Trek and Star Trek The Next Generation, which we was being preemptively programmed and desensitized with. So when we start seeing these things in our society, space travel, deep space travel, you got your homeboy Data, my homeboy Data right there from Star Trek The New Generation, android robot. We had this chick right here who was a clairvoyant / telekinesis / mind reader. We had my man Worf, who was a completely different species of, he was not human. He was a Klingon, right? My man Geordie LaForge. Remember that Oprah Winfrey was a recurring guest on Star Trek The Next Generation as well. So when y'all hear me talk about the Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate, just think of Star Trek Starfleet Federation. And at the same time that they launched this TV show back in the 60s was the same time that the Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate was in full operation. Full operation. And they have been so since. All right, y'all remember back in the day where you see the footage of all those allegedly UFOs surrounding the White House? tap in and walk with me, man. Right? So we got Elon Musk, who owns a plethora of companies, right? SpaceX and Starlink. Let's go. $770-something billion. So Tesla's now almost worth $1 trillion. I seen 3 of these Tesla cyber trucks today. One on the freeway when I was leaving work, and when I got to the gym, I pulled up to the gym, and there's 2 of them parked in the parking lot at the gym. Elon Musk, I do not trust. Hold on, I thought I had this on the screen and I don't. My bad, y'all. I apologize about that.
Because with multiple failures, explosions, and delays, there has been occasional concern with the company, but this is no different from Elon's most iconic company, Tesla. Founded back in 2003, Tesla was one of the first electric car manufacturers in the market, which was a death sentence back then. The first ever car that Tesla released was in 2008, called the Roadster, being fully based off of a Lotus Elise chassis. And despite this huge risk, it ended up saving the company, because if this model had failed, Elon and Tesla would have gone bankrupt. 4 years later, Tesla released the Model S, which took the world by storm, proving electric cars could outperform petrol. But this wasn't without its controversy. Due to large amounts of lobbying, hit pieces were often put out against Tesla, and anytime there was an incident with their famous self-driving capabilities, Tesla was put on blast. But this didn't stop Elon. And after growing its lineup to the Model X, Model 3, Model Y, and now Cybertruck, it is currently valued at over $770 billion. But guess what? Things get even crazier, because now Tesla has embarked on its new ambitious journey, creating AI robots in order to help the world. But in the worst case that they do try and take over, Elon Musk's other company might have a solution. A few years ago, you may have seen Elon Musk with his Not a Flamethrower, and this was created by his Boring company, which is actually a joke in itself. This company is responsible for building and developing subterranean infrastructure stemming from Elon's idea to revolutionize transportation through tunnel networks under urban cities.
Man, listen, man, look at what this boy Elon is doing, man. Look at what Elon is doing. Tap in, walk with us, man. We about to get to Zuckerberg next, or we're going to go to Bezos next. Wild stuff, man.
Founded in 2016, Elon has started building tunnels underneath the busy dystopia of Los Angeles in order to test his theory. And after completing his first tunnel, it was proven that this idea is indeed a massive success. But it still has a long way to go, just like his next venture. Neuralink is an idea straight from science fiction, where Elon has dreamed of how people can control the world using purely their mind and artificial intelligence. Founded in 2016, Neuralink's primary goal was to help those with impairment or disabilities, to help people regain lost abilities like nerve damage or curing speech loss. But this has not been without its controversy, as ethical concerns have been raised about the ability to manipulate cognitive functions and how socially there are no regulations surrounding this idea. Despite this, Neuralink has been successfully implanted into its first human trial, with initial success building on Musk's idea that this technology will be essential for humans to expand. Neuralink is valued at $5 billion, but I think it's time to talk about Elon's most controversial company yet. In 2022, Elon Musk took the world by storm, purchasing the corrupted Twitter and transforming it into X, one of the first social media platforms to expose algorithmic manipulation and promoting true freedom of thoughts and expression. Despite his other companies being so profitable, X has lost over.
It's funny how they say all that stuff about Twitter, but you can only get like 180 characters with which to express your opinion with. So all these platforms like Twitter or X talk about something, they advocate for freedom of speech. They only give you 180 characters with which to express yourself with. That's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. Let's go.
Over $30 billion in its value since the time of purchase, largely due to all of the controversies surrounding it. Elon believes in true freedom, something that the ultra-wealthy and elite hate since all they want to do is control the population, which has again resulted in hundreds of online hit pieces against the platform doing everything in their power to stop his success. But even though this has been happening, X has been strongly supported by.
Remember when I showed y'all this picture right here, this outfit that this boy Elon got on with that Baphomet goat on the chest? Let's go.
Elon's cult following and has seen a massive increase in users on the platform, which is slowly helping the business regain its value. But speaking of controversial businesses, ChatGPT has disrupted the world as we know it, which is why in 2023, Elon has founded xAI. This new company focuses on using artificial intelligence in a safe, transparent, and beneficial manner for humanity, using cutting-edge research, innovative applications, and ethical considerations for its development. Elon hopes to be a rival to ChatGPT, and since this company is so new and private, little is actually known about how successful it currently is. But what is known is that if Elon Musk can successfully take over the AI space, he will be able to integrate this into all of his other businesses, which would definitely make him the world's first trillionaire. But don't worry, because Elon is actually extremely charitable. Founded in 2001, the Musk Foundation is a non-profit organization dedicated to philanthropy. This foundation is focused on creating renewable energy for developing nations, pediatric research, and providing education and support to those in need. And this is one of the places Elon focuses most on, since he believes in helping all of humanity and not just those who make him the most money. But speaking of money, how did he even make his first large amount? Founded in 1995, Elon created a company called Zip2 in the days of the early internet. Zip2 provided a way for newspapers to develop an online presence, offering business directories and maps to their readers, costing only.
I remember Zip2. It was the precursor to AOL and stuff like that. Let's go. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, Jack. You tap in with us over here. You see what type of t-shirt he got on. Look at that t-shirt Elon got on. Look at this t-shirt. It says Judge Dredd.
$28,000 to start up, Musk grew this company over the next 4 years, where in 1999 it was sold for a whopping $307 million, which he used on his next company, X.com, aka PayPal. Founded in 1998, PayPal set out to transform the world of online payments by allowing fast, simple, secure online transactions, letting people and businesses send and receive money electronically. Elon demanded the platform be user-friendly and safe for anyone to make an account, and as the internet grew, so did PayPal and its profits. In the coming years, the internal board of the company began to worry about Elon's control, and he was betrayed and ousted from his role. But in doing so, he was able to sell his portion of the business for a whopping $1.5 billion, which was then used to start Tesla and also SpaceX. But how about his green energy project? Well, in 2006, Elon Musk bought a majority shareholder stake in Solar City, which was responsible for solar panel installations and other clean renewable energy technologies in a cost-effective way. Over the next decade, the company grew, and in 2016, it was fully purchased by Musk and Tesla for $2.6 billion, which is why you now see products like Tesla's Solar Roof, farms, batteries, and much more. But wait, there's one more hidden company you definitely didn't know about that Elon actually owned. That's right, in 2015, Elon Musk, along with some of the other most influential figures in the tech world, founded OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT. Elon invested a total of $1 billion into the company to start it off. Initially, OpenAI aimed to conduct cutting-edge research in the field of AI and develop technologies that align with its principles of broadly distributed benefits, long-term safety, technical leadership, and cooperative orientation. OpenAI envisioned a future where artificial intelligence benefited all of humanity, while avoiding the uses of AI that could harm people or give certain people too much power. But sadly, in 2018, Elon left OpenAI, citing a conflict of interest with his work at Tesla, just before the release of ChatGPT. But now, what crazy things do you think Elon Musk will do next? Well, make sure to subscribe, because once there is something new, we will be sure to simply...
And that's Musk for you right there. I'm not going to get into his family and all of that, because we ain't got time for all that tonight. We just sticking straight to the business. Nerd. Elon is a freaking nerd. He's a nerd. He's a dweeb. He's a dork. He's a geek. Right? Right? I told you, dweebs, geeks, dweebs, dorks, geeks, and nerds. And Elon is all of those. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Right? Elon's father and grandfather are all pioneering technocrats. Elon Musk's family, on his mother's side, or should I say his father's side, acquired Nikola Tesla's technology. Now, guess where he got it from? Guess where the Musk family acquired, or should I say who? Guess what family the Elon Musk, or should I say the Musk family, guess what family they brokered a deal with to acquire Nikola Tesla's tech, his research, which is why Elon has Tesla motor vehicles now. Guess. Just take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. Right? Take a wild guess. Yeah. I keep telling y'all, man, this stuff, they raise these people and they groom these people since they were children, man. Now, what I will say about Trump is, to my knowledge, Trump is not bloodline affiliated, man. They just was making some money. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like the Kennedys. You know what I'm saying? The Kennedys ain't bloodline affiliated, but they monkey-footed, bullied their way into the global power structure by playing the game. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I will say about Trump, he ain't bloodline affiliated, but he's still affiliated. You know what I'm talking about? He's still affiliated. Still affiliated. He might not be bloodline affiliated, but he's affiliated in other ways. And I keep telling y'all, anybody who they will put on that TV screen to tell us to vote for, compromised, right? 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 Niquay, what's good with you, baby? Right? Now, right? How many of y'all ever heard of this guy? Who is that? Oh man, I love doing what I do, man. You hear me? Love doing what I do. And I thank the Most High for blessing me with this information, this knowledge, and the ability to not only just see it and where it all goes, but also to be able to put it together and break it down, Jack. You hear me? This guy y'all see on the screen is John G. Trump. This is Donald Trump's uncle. Died about 20-some years ago, 30-some years ago. He was a pioneering technocrat. John G. Trump acquired Nikola Tesla's research and technology. He was a part of the squad, you could say. He was a part of the conspiracy to frame Tesla. When Tesla was found dead in a New York hotel room back in 1948, he was in the process of doing business with John G. Trump, amongst other pioneering technocrats like Elon Musk's grandfather. And John G. Trump acquired Tesla's tech and sold it to the Musk family. This is part of how the Trump family got their family fortune. Do your due diligence. So when we see Trump being endorsed by Musk, it's a family business. Business as usual, or business as usual, as the homie Jay-Z would say, right? Now, so that's a brief history lesson for y'all right there. John G. Trump. That's Trump's uncle. Pioneering technocrat. Acquired Tesla's tech. See, there you go right there with a Tesla coil. Man. This stuff is crazy. My man Blue Devil, I ain't seen you in the comment section in a minute, brother. How you doing? Thank you, man. I do my due diligence, y'all. This is why I talk heavy the way I do, because I know what I'm talking about. I do my due diligence. John G. Trump acquired Tesla's tech. He was homeboys, right, with this guy right here, Werner von Braun. You ever heard of this guy? Werner von Braun? Werner von Braun designed the early spaceships. He was a founding member of the Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate, along with John G. Trump and many others. Y'all do your research on Wernher von Braun. He was able to create the spaceships and space stations that are in use to this day because he had acquired Nikola Tesla's tech with his homeboy, John G. Trump. He also was good buddies with Walt Disney, who we all know, like Wernher von Braun, like known Satanist. Right? So now we're going to go, right? Right? So now we're going to go to Bezos, right? This guy, this freaking guy, man. Right? Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page, man.
Intensely focused on scaling up. Most important.
Let me tell y'all something real quick. When y'all see this Amazon symbol logo, this is not an arrow. It's not a smile. It is a phallic symbol. It is a phallic symbol, a phallic image. Bezos is a member of so many fraternal organizations. He's a member of the Mega Group. Y'all hear me talk about this organization often called the Mega Group. Leslie Wexner, out of my city and state of Columbus, Ohio, who owns Limited L Brands, Victoria's Secret, amongst others, he is a founding member of the Mega Group, which is the leading group, a think tank organization of the country's leading U's in business. Zuckerberg is a part of the Mega Group. Bezos is a part of the Mega Group. Wexner is a founding member. Your homeboy who died a couple years ago, Zbigniew Brzezinski. He's a member of the Mega Group. Jeffrey Epstein was a member of the Mega Group. Nygaard out of Canada. He's a member of the Mega Group. Bryn, Page, Wachicki, they're all members of this organization called the Mega Group. Do your research on it. This symbol right here ain't no arrow. That's a phallic symbol. Pause. That's a bell head and the shaft of a pause, man. Pause. Let's go.
Longer term thinker alive.
World's most customer obsessed company ever.
Big things start small.
This February,
everything that is admirable about Amazon is also something that we should fear about it.
Frontline investigates Amazon.
No one ships more orders than Amazon.
How much market share does Amazon want? They want all of it.
Is Amazon a monopoly?
I would argue that Amazon is so dominant that it warrants antitrust scrutiny.
Amazon was not simply going to be an e-commerce platform, but an invisible infrastructure that powers our everyday lives.
We started working on this device, Alexa.
This data collection is extremely important to this business model. Convincing people to just deploy something like this in their home is a brilliant trick to achieve that.
From the award-winning team of The Facebook Dilemma.
What Jeff Bezos is after is really creating a company that is the infrastructure, that owns the infrastructure for how commerce is done.
Frontline examines the richest man in the world.
Richest guy in the world, and he's got employees on food stamps.
We're not treated as human beings. We're not even treated as robots. We're treated as part of the data stream. You just go and go and go. And if you're not keeping up with your rate, they correct it rapidly. These workers are being watched on a level that I don't think people understand.
Do any of the concerns about power resonate with you?
We believe strongly that we're good for the economy, we're good for the American workforce, and we're obviously good for consumers.
The internet is disrupting every media industry. People can complain, but complaining is not a strategy.
In what world are there no critics? In an autocratic, totalitarian world, maybe they're not allowed. Bezos clearly thinks he answers to no one.
He bought the Washington Post to have political influence, transforming itself from seller to creator.
It helps us sell more shoes.
We're increasingly living in a world in which your designs are there. Can you see how it could be concerning in some ways that we all can't opt out of that world at this point?
The reality of it is that world happened way before Ring or Alexa.
Some people asking if Amazon is a monopoly.
The question for the democracy is, are we okay with one company essentially winning capitalism?
A 2-hour special presentation.
There's a lot of people questioning the size and power of Amazon. How do you and Jeff think about the call to break you guys up?
Simply because the company's been successful doesn't mean it's somehow too big.
Is Amazon too big? Huh? When you think about people like Bezos, people like Jobs, people like Wozniak, people like Zuckerberg, you know, there's these stories, man, of them starting these big, huge tech companies in their garages. Bezos started Amazon in his garage. Wozniak, Jobs started started Apple in their garage. Gates, Microsoft in his garage. Do your research into that. What's up with these garages, man? That's a hell of a cover story, man. And they so much play on our intelligence and disrespect our critical thinking and our intelligence that they think we won't connect the dots on this stuff. Ain't no way in hell you started a big company like Facebook out of your garage. Zuckerberg went to MIT, where he interned at DARPA. DARPA, IARPA, and it's a company or it's a branch of the CIA called InQtel. I like how you did that right there, OG. I want y'all to go do your research on an organization called InQtel. How many of y'all heard of InQtel? What y'all know about InQtel? This is how all of these people got their start. Do your research into who all of these people's family are. Put a number 11 in the chat if you heard of this company right here. This is InQtel. InQtel is the venture capitalist arm of the Central Intelligence Agency. The money that they acquire through their black ops, aka dope, they use to fund upstart companies like Facebook. In fact, Facebook was funded and founded out of DARPA by way of InQtel. Zuckerberg just was chosen to be the face of the company because he was connected through his mother and father, right, through his membership at MIT. Y'all really think that Zuckerberg just was a smart guy in college and he created Facebook, man? You already know, Blue Devil, man. That's what I'm here for, man. And listen, y'all, I hope when y'all tap in with me, I tell y'all, get your notebook out and have like 1 or 2 pens. Have you a nice pen and a notebook. Take notes. Go check out what I'm telling you. Go do your own due diligence. Don't believe me because I might sound convincing or, you know, I'm showing y'all all this stuff, man. Go check it out for yourself. In-Q-Tel is the venture capitalist intelligence agency. Like I said, they take all of the money they get from their black operations, most of them coming from drugs, and they fund upstart tech companies like Facebook, like Amazon, like, and the list goes on, right? And In-Q-Tel has never been audited. Neither has the CIA, for that matter. Right? So I want y'all to go do your research in the In-Q-Tel. This is where the funding for these upstart tech companies come from. This is how Zuckerberg got Facebook popping. He had got an investment from In-Q-Tel into his business. He basically was chosen to be the face of the company. I can't remember what Facebook was called before it became Facebook. But its original design was for the military to be able to communicate with each other via the internet outside of email services. And as a result of In-Q-Tel's funding the research and development, this is where we get direct messaging from. This is where we get FaceTime from. This is where we get every way how we interact and engage with each other via the internet on these social media, social engineering platforms. All was researched, developed, and paid for by In-Q-Tel. Right? There's Bezos for you. Who we got next up, man? Was it Zuckerberg? Right? Y'all go do your research in the In-Q-Tel, man. They fund a lot of these upstart companies. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Bigo, and Bigo is an Asian company. What else? Google, Amazon. You feel me? Vanguard, BlackRock, Blackstone. You know? Now we got this guy, Zuckerberg. I call Zuckerberg the T-shirt. I got that from my man David Icke. Call this dude the T-shirt, man. You know? And Mark Zuckerberg he's definitely a dweeb. He's a dweeb, a dork, and he's a nerd. Right? A dweeb, dork, and a geek. You know? I look at Zuckerberg. When you look at Zuckerberg's face, I mean, does he look like a guy who's sure of himself? When he was in front of that Senate committee a couple months ago, when they was grilling these tech giants about their security parameters to prevent children from seeing sexually explicit images on their platforms, he was so flustered and fluttered, he could barely articulate himself. it's just hard for me to accept and believe that this guy not only runs Facebook, but he created Facebook from out of his mind. That it's just hard for me to accept that. When I look into his eyes, I see goofball, cornball. I see dork. I see dweeb. I see nerd. I see geek. I don't see innovative mind. I don't see creating Facebook on his own volition. I just don't see that. Right? Zuckerberg, man. This dude's, man, I really don't like this guy right here, man. Cause he's a fuck nigga, man. You hear me? I got more and more smart people around me. Y'all gotta pay attention when this dude talk. Hold on, y'all want man, my bad, y'all. I apologize, man. I'm over here tripping, man. My bad, man.
Make it that you wanted to control the growth. When did that change?
Well, eventually what I realized once we started.
In fact, you went out of your way to not make it that you wanted to control the growth. When did that change?
Well, eventually what I realized once we started getting a bunch of really smart people together, that a company is really
sophomore year.
Yeah, I mean, I started off with my roommates, right, and then a few other people.
Yeah, right. I do not believe this story. Sounds like a cover story to me.
It occurred to me that building a company was the best way to align a group of people towards building something great, right? And it's really just it's a good organizational structure where you can really reward people if they're building something that's good. You can work with partners and reward them if the products that you're developing work well. So it's just it's a good way to get the best people involved to build something very good.
And where did you think of that? I mean, again, take myself back to sophomore year, and I may have been retarded in a lot of ways relative to you. But so where does the idea of building a company come from? Sophomore year in college, were people like suggesting it to you on the outside? Had you always had this budding entrepreneurial fantasy? I mean, where does it come from?
Well, I mean, so I built the first version of Facebook in a couple of weeks, which was it was pretty quick, right? And especially for the scale that it eventually was operating at. I mean, I rented a server for $85 a month, and on that we're basically doing, I think, millions of page views a day, because we'd have, I think at some point like 10 or 20% of all hard.
Damn, Patrick was good. So y'all mean to tell me y'all believe that this dweeb, this dork, this geek, this nerd was popular enough to have 80%, man. I'm not buying this story. I never have, and I never will. Zuckerberg looks like a fuck dude, man. He look like a type of guy who people throw spitballs at and stuff like that. I find it very hard to believe that he had friends. That's just the energy that I get from old Zuckerberg, man. He don't seem like he's a friendly guy. He definitely don't seem like he's a guy to get along with. If, as you can see, he can barely orate. I mean, he know how to talk and hold a conversation, and he's actually a pretty decent public speaker. Josiah, what's up, baby? Oh, not my man Sid Vicious, man. Rest in the essence to Sid Vicious, man. He was one of my favorite rappers, man. My man Scott Hall, man. Well, I mean, I said Scott. I ain't mean to say Scott Hall, man. My man Sid Vicious, man. Sid Vicious died today, man. Right? I don't believe Zuckerberg when he be talking. When he tells his story of how he rose to fame, and it just don't sound genuine. It don't sound real. It sounds manufactured, sounds fake. Shout out to my brother XL Pro in the building. Right? This dude is a freaking dork. He's a dweeb. He's a geek, a nerd.
Harvard students were logged in at the same time. This is just in the first week. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that went into building the first version, but that was pretty quick. And then as it expanded, just got more and more smart people around me to join. Eventually, we moved out to California. Originally, when we went out there, we weren't expecting to move out there. We wanted to go out there for the summer because we had this feeling like, okay, all these great companies come from Silicon Valley. Wouldn't it be cool to spend a summer out there and get that experience? But we expected to go back to Harvard in the fall. And the thing that made it so that we didn't was that Harvard has this great policy that lets you take as much time off as you want. So we decided, okay, let's go ahead and take one semester off and continue just building things out. And more people joined our team. And at that point, we formally incorporated the company and got our investment from our first investor, Peter Thiel. And
Peter Thiel works at IncuTel. I know I'm the only one to notice how this dude be talking, man. He can barely articulate himself, man. Did y'all see him when he was, remember when I did the show? When Facebook, Discord, TikTok, and Twitter X was all in front of that Senate committee hearing. That was grilling the hell out of Zuckerberg, man. He ain't know what to say, man. That was tearing his ass up. Pause.
Then things were just growing, and we got up to 1 million users within our first year of running the site. And then we decided, okay, let's take a second term off from Harvard. And then, just things kept on growing. And then we got up to about 5 million users. And then we're like, okay, let's take a whole year off. And then, all right, I guess we're not really going back. But I mean, it was never this big decision where it's like, okay, at this point, I'm going to drop out of school.
So let me get this straight, y'all. Zuckerberg, who went to Harvard as well as MIT, he just quit all of his schooling and started Facebook. I just don't buy that. And I don't buy it because I don't have to. right? He don't sound like he's telling the truth. Sound like he lying. They was tearing his ass up at that Senate committee hearing, man. They was tearing his ass up. Right. And last but not least, we have this guy. Last but not least, we have this guy. Last but most certainly not least, we have this guy. My man Dan Patrick say. He said back in 1980, they did say revenge of the nerds, but didn't differentiate the good or bad ones. Right now, evil nerds rule the world. Evil nerds and evil jocks rule the world. That's a fact. That's a fact, Dan Patrick. Dweebs, dorks, geeks, and nerds, the rise of the technocrats. Right? Gates. This dude right here, man. This guy is so arrogant, right? So cocky. When he talks very smug, very condescending, like, as if he's just like smarter than everybody else. Right? Jobs couldn't stand this guy. Rest in the essence to Steve Jobs. Right? Steve Jobs actually was a good guy. And they got him up out of here, allegedly. But this dude right here, though, man, this guy, I really, really, really despise this guy because of his arrogance and his cockiness. Wonder which one is the real Gates, right? Now, we all know about Bill Gates, man. You feel me? Microsoft, right? Bill Gates guy. Right? Let me pull this up for y'all. Let me see this video real quick for y'all, man. This dude's so arrogant when he talk, man. I said, "Wow, I don't hate nobody. We ain't gonna do that. I don't hate anybody in particular." They be killing me with that word philanthropist. Damn philanthropist. Right? Let's go. Smash that like button. I'm about to drop the link here for y'all, man. Matter of fact, here go the link right here. Y'all want to come up and ask some questions, add on to the situation. Y'all brothers and sisters can sit up there and do that, man. Exactly, Blue Devil. Exactly.
William Bill Henry Gates was born on October 28, 1955, in an upper-middle-class family in Seattle, Washington. An avid reader, Gates excelled at Lakeside School and did very well in many subjects. In the 8th grade, the Mothers Club at the school purchased a teletype terminal and a block of time on the school's computer. Gates would spend as much time as he could on the computer and wrote his first program at the age of 13, a tic-tac-toe program in basic computer language that allowed users to play against the computer. In 1973, he graduated from school with a score of 1,590 out of 1,600 on his SAT tests. During his time at school, Gates had befriended Paul Allen over their love of computers. They had built a computer program based on the Intel 8.
Paul G. Allen out of Columbus, Ohio. He died about 2011, I say. And they started the Paul G. Allen Foundation, which is based out of Ohio State University, because that's what he was an alum of. Paul G. Allen out of Columbus, Ohio, is the co-founder of Microsoft. The Paul G. Allen Foundation, along with the United States Department of Transportation, gave $50 million to the city of Columbus to experiment with autonomous vehicles in our public transportation system. Unfortunately, when they did the trials, they didn't work because the one little autonomous vehicle thing shut down, and the lady fell and she really hurt her knees really bad. So the Ohio Department of Transportation, the U.S. Department of Transportation, right? Smart Columbus and CODA had to cash that lady out. I think she got like $1 million. Yeah, right here in the city, man. You feel me? Right here in the city. So that's a little bit about Paul G. Allen for y'all, man. Paul G. Allen out of Columbus, Ohio, co-founder of Microsoft. You got to be able to connect the dots on these people, man. Right? Let's go.
8008 chip called TrafoData that monitored traffic patterns in Seattle. Although Gates had acquired a place at Harvard University to study law, he would eventually drop out in 1975 to pursue a business with Allen. Gates and Allen were inspired by an article in Popular Electronics magazine on the Altair 8800, a build-it-yourself kit microcomputer. They contacted the company who made the Altair, called Micro Instrumentation and Telemetry Systems, or MITS, who were located in Albuquerque, New Mexico, saying that they were developing a basic software program that would run the Altair computer. In reality, they didn't have an Altair to work with. The company agreed to a demonstration, so the pair worked hard on writing the program. The program worked, and Allen was hired by the company, and Gates would soon leave Harvard to join him. Gates and Allen then established Microsoft on April 4th, 1975, with Gates as the CEO. The name was a blend of microcomputer and software. While Gates oversaw the business, he would also continue to write code himself and review it before it shipped. IBM approached Microsoft in July 1980 as they wanted an operating system for its upcoming personal computer. Gates said it could be done, although Microsoft didn't actually have such an operating system for IBM's new PCs. Gates approached a small software company and made an offer of $50,000 for an already made system called 86DOS, while keeping it confidential who it was for. He adapted it for the PC and delivered it to IBM as PC-DOS for the same price of $50,000. Keeping the source code, Gates required that manufacturers, including IBM, pay a licensing fee. Microsoft licensed the software to PC manufacturers as MS-DOS, making the company a major player in the industry, with sales going from $7 million in 1980 to $16 million in 1981. At the same time, Apple, led by Steve Jobs, invited Microsoft to write software for their computers. Through these collaborations, Gates identified that Macintosh's work-in-progress graphical user interface was much more user-friendly than the text and keyboard-driven MS-DOS system Microsoft currently had. Gates would then soon announce his own graphical user interface, called Windows for all PCs with MS-DOS. In 1984, Apple launched the Mac.
1984. Pay attention to the year. What book do I constantly tell y'all need to go read? I constantly tell y'all need to go read 1984 by George Orwell. Oddly enough, in 1984, this is the same year that Apple brought out their Apple II computer, the one that we all had in school when I was a kid.
Macintosh, and a year later, Gates and Microsoft launched Windows. In 1987, Bill Gates, at age 31, had become the world's youngest billionaire. Gates continued to improve Windows and persuaded computer manufacturers to preload it on every computer it sold, and by 1993, Windows was running on almost 85% of the world's computers. This would also cause investigations into Microsoft for unfair marketing practices as a monopoly. In 1995, Gates launched the revolutionary Windows 95 and expanded into the World Wide Web after his Internet Tidal Wave memo. By 1998, Microsoft was the world's biggest company. Gates stepped down as CEO in 2000 to Steve Ballmer. Since then, Bill Gates has dedicated his life to philanthropy, funding disease prevention, combating poverty, and improving education around the world.
This guy's a nerd. Yeah, Jobs ain't messing with Gates. This is why him and Wozniak fell out. I believe they got rid of our brother Steve Jobs, because how he went from being a healthy, running a mile a day outside, healthy, he was a vegan. I don't understand how he contracted cancer. He's a very healthy guy. And I remember watching Steve just wither away within like a year. And then he died mysteriously out of the blue from alleged cancer. Yeah, philanthropy, and I'm glad you said that, Blue Devil. Philanthropy is their smokescreen. They operate under philanthropy while they orchestrating and running and controlling everything, man. You feel me? This dude right here, Bill Gates, and his wife, Melinda. Oh, Robin Williams looking ass, bro. What's in their essence to Robin Williams? Right? Y'all sit here and tell me that this man's wife don't look like Robin Williams. Now you good, Dan Patrick. All right. So now we got Gates. Let me go ahead and do this one time for y'all. All right, we about to get up out of here in a few. If anybody want to come up and add something real quick, add something, ask something, you're more than welcome to do that. Listen, man. I do these shows to put y'all up on game, man. I ain't trying to assassinate nobody's character, none of that, man. Only these people can do that. There's no way I could possibly assassinate any of these guys' character. All right? And I want to make this show about going into the intricate details of every one of these guys' lives, because we'll be here all night. I was going to give y'all a brief overview why these guys, these dweebs, dorks, geeks, and nerds They're the new establishment. They're the new bourgeoisie. They're the new guys running. They running and controlling everything. They running the banks. They running the corporations and everything. All these companies around the world uses these people's tech or services. Bezos, the #1 retailer on earth. They're about to start shipping out our goods with drones. They are downsizing all across Amazon, all across Microsoft, all across Facebook. Look what's going on. Do your research. Hey, man, allegedly, man, there's been rumors going around, man. People been saying for quite some time that Melinda Gates is really a boy. Oh, Robin Williams looking ass, bro, man. Rest in the essence of Robin Williams, man. He was one of our true comedians of our time. Rest in the essence to him. He had a very strange situation surrounding his death, too. I do not believe that Robin Williams offed himself. I do not believe that. Not of his own volition, anyway. Not of his own volition. No, I do not think that. I don't believe that. I don't accept that. Right? So we're watching the rise of the technocrats, man. Dweebs, dorks, geeks, and nerds. Right? Look at the heads of all of these tech companies. They're nerds, they're dweebs, they're dorks, they're geeks, losers. Right? But through their bloodline connections and through the families they're part of, man, they, they've been able to Trojan horse their way into authority and leadership around the world. Every company on the planet uses these people's tech. Every corporation uses Microsoft. Right now, the interface I'm using to talk to y'all is Microsoft. Right? We all go to Amazon to buy our products. I literally just ordered some stuff off of Amazon over the weekend. It should be here this week. I got me some headphones, and I got some other things to do with upgrading the studio. Told y'all me and my brother, Mr. Prince, the barber, man, we putting together something beautiful, Dad. You did? He said Melinda looked like Caitlyn Jenner. You know? I mean, this picture right here is just, I just find it hard to believe that that's a woman. Looks very manly in the face. No, but I could be wrong. All right. I agree with you on that to an extent, Dan Patrick. That's a good eye that you peeped at, though, man, Blue Devil, man. Yeah, I remember that movie, man. I remember that movie. And it definitely was a movie loosely based about this guy. Yeah, I remember this movie. Tim Robbins played in this movie. Ryan Phillippe played in this movie. Rachel Lee played in this movie. Richard Roundtree did play in this movie. Jones and the rest of these actors, though. Yeah, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Look, man. Yeah, it's a dope ass movie. Let me pull it up on the screen for y'all. Man, that's a dude. I don't care what nobody say. I ain't no woman right there, man. That's one of them days where the Botox wasn't Botoxing. Ryan Phillippe always playing good ass movies. He said, for a minute, I thought that was Tommy Lee Jones with a wig. Hell nah, not Tommy Lee Jones, man. Oh, man, that's wild as hell, man. Right? Yeah, man. Rise of the Technocrats, man. The Dweebs, Dorks, Geeks, and Nerds, man. Paige, Bryn, Wachowski. Huh? Zuckerberg, Gates, Bezos, Musk. We got your boy over here who's the CEO of OpenAI, which Elon Musk was a member of but stepped down. He withdrew his investment and stepped down. This is actually the guy who's going to be the topic of discussion for Wednesday's show. You know? Kai-Fu Lee. Y'all need to inform yourselves and get familiar with this guy right here. He's the CEO of OpenAI. Or should I say O1 AI? Be on the lookout for this guy. This guy right here is Kai-Fu Lee. Kai-Fu Lee. Or in America, we call him Lee Kai-Fu. But for some reason in Asian culture, they pronounce their last names first. That's, go figure, right? But this guy right here, we're going to be talking about him a little bit more in depth on Wednesday. But this guy, he's a nerd. These guys are nerds. You know? And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being a nerd. I'm a nerd, right? But it's what 10 on what type of nerd you is. See, when it comes to anime and stuff like that, I'm into that. I was into that stuff when I was a kid, so I would be a nerd in that, right? When it comes to reading, I'm a nerd with that. I love to read still to this day. Love to read, right? But I ain't no nerdy nerd like Zuckerberg and Gates and Bezos and Musk, how they were when they was kids, weirdos, right? I was weird, but I wasn't weird in a bad way. You know, I'm weird now in a not bad way. You know? So, yeah, man, we about to get up out of here, y'all, man. Listen, man. Right? I appreciate everybody coming through, man. Tomorrow night, you already know what it is. You already know what it is tomorrow night, man. Y'all know how we do it. Let me pull it up on the screen for y'all real quick. Y'all know how we do over here at A Real Talk Podcast, man. We goes in. We gets it in, Jack. You feel me? Y'all know we gets it in, Jack. The preseason is about to start. What my man OG, what my man OG say? He said, Bill's so weird, he let a man persuade him to me, allegedly. He says that Dan Patrick said there's a difference between a nerd who's into nerdy culture and nerds who are very scholastic and into nerdy culture. That's a fact. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, G, you crazy, man. You already know what it is, man. Right? Tomorrow we getting straight to it. You already know what it is. Ain't nothing to it to do. We're going to do it like we used to it. We got so many games coming up ASAP, right? Within the next week or two. Season opener, Baltimore Ravens at Kansas City Chiefs. Ooh, it's going to be a good one, right? So that's what we're going to be discussing tomorrow. The preseason about to start here shortly. NFL season is back. And we about to get straight to it, Jack. You feel me? Smash that like button, click on the bell, and subscribe to the page, man. Dweebs, dorks, geeks, and nerds. The rise of the technocrats. Right?
Power on. Bluetooth.
The rise of the technocrats, y'all.
Bluetooth connected.
We got to be prepared for this stuff. I'm telling y'all what's coming, man. I'm trying to put y'all up on much game as possible. You know what I'm talking about? Try to connect these dots for y'all so y'all can see how real this stuff is out here. This is real stuff. This ain't me just making. This is happening in real time. Yeah, you liked it, Dan Patrick? You like the title of the video? You know, I try to be as creative as I possibly can when it comes to coming up with the titles for the streams, man. You know what I'm talking about? I put effort into that, so I'm glad you noticed that. And I'm glad you like that, Dan Patrick. My brother's a supporter. Listen, man, smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering, man. You feel me? Bless that Cash App, man. You know, we monetize over here, but still though, man, all support matters. All support is needed. All support should be given, right? Over here doing real content, man. I do real research, y'all. You feel me? Let me come up on you. I do real research, man. You know, investigative journalism is my pleasure. It's my passion. I love it. And the fact that I can get paid from doing it is just great. And I should be paid because I do hard work. And y'all tap in and y'all support. Now, and I'm not saying this to toot my own horn, right? I'm just being honest. Those who have been tapping in with me, can you name a time when I spoke on something and I said to you, do your due diligence after breaking it down and you went to go check it out for yourself? Is there any time when anything did not match up? Even once? I got way more important stuff to do than sit up here on YouTube and bullshit y'all. Right? He said, like this is like Bill Gates fake ass one. Yeah, man, I ain't got time for that, bro. I ain't doing no rigmarole. I ain't doing no fuckery. We ain't sitting up here getting involved in too much of the, you know, the back and forth rigmarole with the gender war. We touch on it, engage, but we ain't about, you know, tap in, walk with us, man. You hear me? Don't be a fake woke nigga. Be a awake, real nigga. You did. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time with my brother King L's E&E Sports. Preseason is about to be upon us. I can't wait. I'm excited. Who's going to win the Super Bowl next year? Let's go.
Niggas believe in it.
Glitch. Let's talk to these niggas. They broke niggas be surrounding me daily, so I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake broke niggas be surrounding me daily.
Alarm clock, say the work, time to wake 'em up.
Fake broke niggas be surrounding me daily, so I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake broke niggas be surrounding me daily.
Alarm clock, say the work, time to wake 'em up.
I gotta set the alarm, wake you up from your slumber. Wake 'em up, Floyd and Harry, fake woke niggas, y'all dumb niggas. I drop jewels, but people don't pay any attention. Let's be immediately be the wake 'em up henchmen.
A lot of times these woke niggas be really sleep. Shit, the price on a nigga's life is extra cheap. Only the real for my niggas, we all elite. We made a living eating these rappers, nigga.
Bon appetit.
Yeah.
Pause. Me and my brethren be down for the cause. We gotta come together and tear down all these walls. In illusory fault lines like racism and bring light to the woke, just like the Baptist.
The congregation spoke. These niggas ain't who they claim to be. A bunch of Peter pop-offs.
Niggas really be lame to me. Anytime you at war, it's gonna be casualties.
The more we come together, it's easy to beat the enemies.
Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily, so I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily.
Alarm clock, say the work, time to wake 'em up.
Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily, so I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily.
Alarm clock, say the work, time to wake 'em up. Alarm clock to the woke, time to wake 'em up. The main initiative should be to get your cake up. You wave ride niggas need life jackets to stay afloat. Meanwhile, I'm blowing on gas straight from the Ivory Coast.
In every post I be hitting y'all with them straight facts. The smart grid is now here. We gotta face down low while they coming with microchips and vaccinations. Fake woke niggas perpetuating indoctrination.
Fuck this pandemic scam. This was a damn gimmick. Niggas will believe that their mom died if she still living. Open your eyes, nigga. You can see the lies, nigga. See, we gotta stop letting the blind lead the blind, nigga.
And that's the biggest fact, which you better tell them niggas. Listen, in the 2030, it's gonna be hell, niggas. Oh, fuck AOC and her new Green Deal. I'm Neo in this bitch. You want they red pill.